bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Now you're talking. Are we on? 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Arr, we got a pirate theme happening tonight. Yeah. All the letters relate to dead birds. And thank you, Rocio. Swords. It's very dangerous. and guns and all that sort of thing. Why are we doing this? Because, as I said, all the letters tonight relate to pirates. And here we go. I'm really pissed off. First letter tonight at being labelled an illegal pirateer. Excuse me. I'm not, and it's just because I file share. And the second letter tonight. Do you know what file sharing is? How older people probably won't know what file sharing is. It's when you get on the net and share things around and you miss out the people who want to take a little bit of the dollars out of the scheme. Second letter tonight, my husband has always fancied himself as a bit of a pirate. Why? Oh, who knows? Psychology at work there. And the last letter tonight, the Olympics have been hijacked by a bunch of unaccountable pirates. Were they? The International Olympic Committee, a bunch of unaccountable pirates? We'll see what the crew have got to say. Don't go away. Sweet and sour coming up right now. Arr! 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Pour some sugar on there, baby.
It's time for Sweet and Sour.
How's about some chili?
It's time for Sweet and Sour. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our pirate episode this evening. And if you think it looks a little different, it's because it's been hijacked by the whole crew, who are all dressed up as pirates. Come, Rocio, come, just walk across here. Just walk across here. Where's Connor? Where's Connor? What are you? Come on. Come on. Go. Where are you? Hello. Emily? Hello. Emily owns most of these. They come from her dad's wardrobe, apparently.
They're so cool.
Here we go. Okay. Hello. Arr. And on our ship tonight, hello, Captain Daz.
Arr.
Arr.
We have to do it. Hi, Gaz.
How are you, mate?
Oh, mate, very well.
If I do that, I can't see you, so mine's up tonight.
No, I
Just
have to
a
put it
patch.
up too because it's very. I feel like I'm claustrophobic inside of that thing. Maybe it's because
This one's working, that one's not.
I think I need to get my eyes checked.
Well, I know a good optometrist.
I'm realising
Hello,
that they're not working very well. But
Des,
lovely to be here.
Terrific to have you, sir. Because I tune on my radio every weekend, and there you are.
You really do it the old-fashioned way, don't you?
Well, actually, yes, I do. But,
well, I'm glad you do.
I need to, go and steal a new digital set, I think.
Oh, they're excellent. I can speak highly for them.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm always there somewhere.
Leah, have you got a digital set?
No.
Welcome, my darling.
We're talking about a radio.
I don't have radios in my house. I have one in my car, that's all.
Do you have a radio in your house anymore?
Oh, we have like the TV, you can use that. But no, we don't. The kids have their iPods and docking stations, and that's about it.
The times are a-changing.
It sure has.
I'm still
Yeah, I have
dressed
it
in
my
17th
car.
century pirate gear, and the times have certainly moved on. Lovely to have you here. How's the world of organics?
Oh, the world of organics is going stronger than ever. Busier than ever, too. Yeah.
Any pirates looking to take that over? No? We'll see. Hello.
Hello.
Where has your voice been heard of late?
Of late?
What ads have you been doing?
well, lots
hang on.
Yes, what?
What was the hello? What was that one? No.
What? What are you talking about?
What was HBF? What
Oh,
was it?
HBF. I say today a lot with
Today.
HBF.
She says today.
Today.
She's famous for her
Today.
Today. I can't see you
There's
over
lots
there
of different ways you can say today, but we talked about this last time.
Okay, we'll talk about something else this time.
Do you know what my
Do you want to talk
pirate
about
name
pirates?
is? Do you know what my pirate name means?
What's your pirate name?
Treasure amongst a ship of fools.
Oh, and she is. Ship of Fools, that includes all of us.
You guys aren't fools.
Joining our Ship of Fools tonight on the end, a man who's always considered. Prissy.
Hello, Gary.
You look very considered tonight.
Well, pirates are considered.
Pirates are considered.
Yeah.
Pirates are considered illegal aliens in many places. Yes, but nice to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you, Gary.
What have you been doing besides visiting people in hospital?
Well, I haven't visited that person in hospital yet.
Okay.
But,
Mate
I
of
will do.
ours, hello. Hope you get better. You know who you are. We've got to do some work because we've been having too much fun here on the panel. Little one, here we go. Bruce, you're on notice because you're first up on I'm really pissed off, letter one, with being labelled an illegal pirateer. I'm not. Just because I file, share and download content on Kick-Ass Torrent and Pirate Bay torrents, those who want to perpetuate the control of the corporate multinationals don't appreciate my right to do so. The producer of Game of Thrones thanked all the viewers around the world, including Australia, who have downloaded the series and made it the most successful production in the history of TV. And to be honest, I've downloaded Game of Thrones as well. I wouldn't have seen it unless a client of mine said, why don't you download this? File sharing certainly curtails the super big boys from reaping in the super mega profits. Yet at the same time, and more positively, it stops these super big boys from standing in the way of the majority of creative artists and having an airing of their works in the public domain. The artists all have access to upload their creations effortlessly to the world now. It's fantastic. File sharing is just a natural evolution of the internet. Just like anyone sitting at home can create their own version of Myers and David Jones. Now, every unknown music artist or graphic artist can get exposure without having to sell his soul or pay a fat premium to the established big boys. Times are a-changing. It doesn't stop the big boys from trying to stop this, though, because Kick-Ass has been taken down for good. What will it take for the big corporate multinationals to let file sharing flourish? Because in reality, these corporations are the true pirates. Brucey.
Well, Ben seems to have a real problem with the big boys, the big super boys. So he's got a bit of a conspiracy thing happening here.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah, it's a bit of an end of world. We think it could be video downloading Armageddon. That's the first pirate joke for the night.
All right, we've got to move on quickly on this one because we took too long. Keep going, keep going. What else?
Sorry. Well, look, I don't really, can't really do the downloading thing myself. I've got plenty of sport to watch
on the
but,
weekends.
I'll have.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. We have free-to-air radio, we have free-to-air TV. It's just got advertising content, and now the boys are very protective of their patch. Sorry, that's my 2 cents worth. Dee?
I think it's a very valuable 2 cents. I agree with you on the whole downloading thing. I think it's awesome.
New phenomenon.
It's cool. But if if you have done any file sharing, it's unlikely that you've uploaded something that only you have the rights to, and it's unlikely that you've downloaded stuff that other people don't already own. So pretty much you're a pirate, bud. Get a hat, get a gold hoop, put some pantaloons on, rock it out.
The expression pirate is, according to a judge in New South Wales, a pejorative, and which means it's a negative.
You're breaking the law.
It means the word is a negative, and you shouldn't use it. And you've only been breaking the law since they changed the law to make it illegal because it wasn't initially.
Really?
Yes.
Unfortunately, artists can't make money in today's society, so there's the downside with not having big boys that can pay people.
Exactly. That's
Well, hang
just
on.
what I was-
Sai proved that you can make a lot of money because he was denied by all the big boys and he went straight to the internet and made a fortune.
By
on his own.
eventually being picked up by someone.
By the big boys.
That's
Yeah.
right.
By the big boys.
Yeah,
But he didn't make his money from
it.
it.
Makes it hard.
And where has he gone now? They didn't like him. Leah?
Well, I think artists do want to get paid, so they need the big boys to
No,
get
they don't.
paid. Well,
They're not all going to get paid. Only a select few are going to get paid.
well, the unknowns want to get themselves put out there. Sure, you can download your stuff on the internet for everyone to pick up, but how do you get paid by that? I mean, how do you, if you put yourself out there for free, how's an artist going to get paid? So
They do.
They
do.
I mean,
They do.
I have to say, I'm very.
Dead
I
right.
had to actually ask my son what Kick-Ass Torrent was today, so maybe I'm not very experienced in advising on this. But I always, I mean,
The world
you're never going to get
is
rid of it
changing.
anyway. So
You're never going to get rid of it.
No.
It's only going to grow. We have to get rid of the politicians who are just enamoured with their traditional ways of making profit. That's all it is.
Yep.
Times are changing. When we come back, we're talking more R when we come back.
Talking about ours.
R's. Here you go. It's all about R's. Don't go away. See you soon.
Getting in touch with Sweet and Sour is easy. Just head to sweetandsour.net.au to send us a letter. And while you're there, why not check out our past episodes? Plus, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And for a behind-the-scenes look at Sweet and Sour, check us out on Instagram.
And courtesy of Natalie Cameron, we're sending all our letter writers to the movies this week. We're sending them to, I can't read that, yes I can, Captain Fantastic. Got the wrong eye cover. There we go. Straight into letter, oh, scarf's come on. On the letter, here we go, dear Mitch and panellists. Look like my mum now, don't I? My husband has always fancied himself as a bit of a pirate. When I met him, he had a big gold loop earring, long hair, clothes befitting a pirate, and if he could have got away with an eye patch and a buccaneer's hat, he would have been wearing that too. With a cheeky grin, he would even have refer to my bottom as his secret booty. We've been married for over 14 years and maybe I've matured, but I feel he hasn't. And I recognise this pirate streak now as more a maverick mentality. He's totally anti-establishment. I'm starting to be resentful because he's preaching this lack of conformity to our two kids aged 13 and 12. The kids I've noticed are starting to voice disrespect for teachers, politicians, policemen, other kids, and worst of all, us, their parents. I'm the first to encourage a healthy questioning of everything, but my kids, however, are defaulting to negative attitudes for everyone to begin with, and this is not healthy. So how do you suggest I manage to get on top of this immediately? Or do you think with my husband being so immature, it's just an impossibility? Do I need to get them away from their father's influence? Thank you, KA of South Fremantle, WA, and we're going straight to Daz.
Oh, you married him. This is the problem here. And you married a man that likes to dress up as a pirate.
You
What's
married
going
him.
on with you?
You married him.
You love
You
the
know.
fact that he called it your secret booty back in the day. You know what? You just have to show your kids a healthy alternative
That's all.
and let them choose. Just don't let them completely be influenced by
Leah, what do you do?
Yeah, well, you did marry him. But look, I believe your child's personality has been cemented in the foundations have been cemented when they were 7. So
Ooh.
what's
Is that when
happening now? Yeah, that's it.
Is that the collective theory?
So, but just as
7.
Darren was saying, just give them like positive, and you show respect to them, and they will show respect to you. You'll be fine. I'll get a counsellor if you need one.
You can always just sit there and go, look, that's what Dad says, but this is what I say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like everyone else.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
Just
they will
like-
work
just
it
like-
out. They will work out that Dad is probably a bit of a knob, and you know.
He might not be a knob, he might just be a bit kooky.
Yeah, he sounds like
Yeah,
a knob.
yeah.
He sounds
Sounds
like a
like
knob. I'm sorry.
He's, what is he?
Sorry.
Totally anti-establishment. Well, there's a lot of people
I
like
don't think
that.
that's
not so
knobby.
bad.
I don't think anti-establishmentarianism is knobby, although that word probably is.
Anti-establishment. Do you know the longest word in the dictionary?
Anti-establishmentarianism, isn't it?
Anti-disestablishment.
There you go.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think it's cool that he's got his own style and he's rocking it out, and he clearly cares about it because he's stuck with it for a long time. And if he's teaching
Maybe he's
his
just
kids-
comfortable.
Yeah,
Comfort
probably.
zone.
Absolutely. And I think teaching kids to question things is very, very important.
He seems like the dominant character in all of this, and the wife seems
I reckon
like
she sounds like the dominant character. I think she sounds like she's
kids
trying
are
to
turning out like
exert
him.
absolute control, matriarch style.
She
Like,
wants to
get
be,
over
but
it.
she's
Let
not.
go.
Come on, Bruce, last
I
word.
reckon.
Well, I think the kids are copying him because he's fun. I mean, you married a pirate. He likes being a pirate. He lives in South Fremantle. I mean, it's a port city. I mean, move out of the port city.
Oh dear. I like it.
Did you watch much of the Olympics when it was on?
Yes, some.
Okay, you had to think about that. Who watched the Olympics?
Every day.
Every day? Some?
Yeah, most days.
Some. Well,
Volleyball.
our next
I bet.
letter writer thinks...
Did I say that out loud?
You did. So did I. I like the big volleyball as well. The next letter writer thinks that the Olympics have been hijacked. So don't go away. More of Sweet and Sour coming up, and we're talking about the Olympics.
Hi, welcome to Sweet and Sour. I don't have much time left, do I? Okay, I'm doing this at 3, and this is a great place to be. We're having lots of fun on Sweet and Sour.
It's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour.
Welcome back to Sweet and Sour. This one comes to us.
Sorry.
He's hijacked the show. All this pirating going on. Are you ready, Bruce? I am. Do you know what this topic is?
Yes.
I have to do that.
it pirates
My
in
eyes.
the
Oh, there it goes. Oh, my mum's scarf's gone. There you go. Here we go. Just a moment. Here we go. Hello, Sweet and Sour. The Olympics have been hijacked by a bunch of unaccountable pirates. It's just shocking. Only Los Angeles and Barcelona have made a profit, with other host cities left years in debt, having displaced many of the city's people in the meantime. All because of the extortionate demands of the International Olympic Committee, made up of individuals who are accountable to no one. It's a floating collection of pirates. I read that part of the IOC's demands of the host city is lavish spending on hotels, banquets, limousines and hospitality for all the IOC committee persons, not only for the duration of the Games, but also for each visit and for at least 1 month prior to the Games as well. Wow, that's huge. The system of pirateering and extortion must stop, or the Olympic reputation will diminish and the Games crash. To stop this rubbish, the Games must head every 4 years to the place of their birth, Greece. Imagine how much less it would cost the world if it was using the same facilities every 4 years. It should also stop these expansive team games. It's pathetic. We have the World Cup in so many sports. Why do we need them in the Olympics? Whilst we had a great TV coverage for which Channel 7 and every other successfully bidding broadcaster was forced to pay millions, I realised that the coverage we received was a fraction of events, and we missed on having 99% of gold medals won, not broadcast, because we had only the Aussie stuff covered with other highlights on the nightly news. The Olympics is now a self-indulgent corporate fat-feeding frenzy. It needs to get back to Greece and back to basics urgently. Carmela! Darren?
Wow.
It's not you.
No, it's not me.
It's Deanna.
Me.
It's you.
So, look, I think the amount of money that's spent on these things is, it's gross, right?
Gross.
It's outrageously ridiculous
Gross.
when there's
Sending them
people
all broke.
starving and there's like horrific things happening to people across the world. There's lots of suffering. This money could be used more effectively, absolutely, without a doubt. But the thing that really jumped out at me from this letter was her reference to the team games. And for me, the funniest moment of the games was those guys doing that one-legged rowing thing. Oh my god! Now that's more outrageous than the amount of money that gets spent on the Olympics. Who decided that's a sport?
Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it?
Oh my goodness!
Well,
It's
how
just-
bizarre.
I looked at it and went, "That's pretty stupid."
And every nation has the right to introduce a team. How big are these things supposed to get? It's ridiculous.
Did you see the poor
Costs more
Australian?
and more.
He was so up the back because there's all these Mr. Universe men kneeling, doing this, and the poor Australian's like, oh. He couldn't keep up.
No, I'm all for getting rid of team sports, to be honest.
Yeah. I think
it
there's a
used to
bunch
be
of
about
things that could
individual
go.
endeavour.
Yeah.
Highest, strongest,
Yeah.
fastest.
Yes.
Individually. And this, anyway, I don't know.
Biggest throwing person thing.
Biggest throwing person.
Running, swimming,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, but we like the team sports, but is the Olympics the
team sports get
appropriate
played everywhere, though.
place
But-
for them? They get played everywhere. Okay. Aussie rules aren't in the Olympics.
No, they
Bruce.
should be.
They should be.
But I think on the team sports, I think the idea of the Olympics has always been an amateur sporting event.
Yeah.
And I think some of these team sports are so far away from being amateur: golf, tennis, basketball, where they have a higher, they place a higher value on their own sports world championships and all those sorts of things. But I think, again, I agree. I think especially with Rio, with the poverty in Rio and the money that was wasted was pretty bad. But I also think the next Olympics will be pretty special, going to Tokyo. Pretty sure
Because-
Japanese will just do an incredible
they do
job
do a superb
at
job.
organising
Meticulous.
and I think will actually reinvigorate the Olympic movement. So I think the next Olympics will be a saviour.
us a good one?
Interestingly
One good one.
enough, too,
All it's taking is a good one.
Los Angeles
terrible,
used
but
its
it's true.
facilities. Tokyo will probably use its facilities.
They have so little land, they will have to make
so
the
many
absolute
people,
best of
that's
what
it,
they do.
You know?
They
Yeah,
already have most of their facilities.
true.
Who?
Japan.
Agreed. So it won't send them broke.
Building any? Have
No.
you read or anything? No.
Yeah, I think they've got most of theirs already.
Most of them done.
Because they're organised. They've been waiting for this to come
Because they're
back for
organised,
ages.
Daz.
Yeah.
They had no time.
I like the idea of the Greece. I do like the idea of having it in the same place. Like the concept of just going back to Greece seems like a kind of nice thing. And I've got to say, can I just say, I shaved especially for this. And I'm taking the hat off now so you can glory in my head.
We're feeling the love.
I got to say, I don't know, the whole thing about the slush and, the trough factor with the Olympic Committee is, it is pretty wrong. And it really
It's
does
wrong.
turn you off.
It's just wrong.
But I don't know. It's kind of what it's been for a while, though, isn't it?
For a long
Are we
time.
surprised?
We're acculturated.
something is the way it is doesn't mean it's the right thing.
But we
That's
haven't,
right.
we haven't even talked about drugs and
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
letter.
True, but that's an even bigger thing that might potentially cut the legs off of the credibility of the Olympics. Is that something that can be fixed? Probably not.
God, how do you check up on drugs when there are so many teams and so many individuals? If it just went back
Well,
to
it's-
individual
it seemed like
pursuits,
it
it'd
was the
probably
Russian-
be a little bit easier.
It was like it was the Russian philosophy, though. Like, so how do you stop that? I don't know. I wonder if it can be turned around.
All right, Leah, last word to a
Well,
woman.
the IOC should be made accountable, I think, because they, you know, they're a bit like FIFA, a bit corrupt.
That's
Can we say
exactly
that?
what they're like.
Can we say that? But
Yeah, of
yeah,
course
no,
we
no, definitely.
And they like to trade off competing host nations.
Well, that's it.
And that's where they derive a lot of their
Maybe part
power.
of their job could be that they have to help whoever is hosting it plan better, don't outspend their budget, and also make sure that whatever facilities they build, if they build new ones, that they are going to be used in future events or something. They're not ridiculously big that they'll never be used ever again. But I don't know. I don't think having it in Greece, as much as I have a Greek heritage, I think it would lose its appeal. If
I
we-
love the idea of it going back to Greece.
Yeah, but every
Fantastic.
year, I mean,
everybody
part of the
playing
appeal
naked?
is.
It'll
yeah.
make
The naked thing?
With the leaves around their
With the
head.
leaves? Yeah, no.
I mean,
naked.
don't get me wrong, I
No, it
think
means
that-
families will go. It
After
won't be a big
20
tourist
years,
attraction.
Though, part of the thing is that you go to a country, we've never been to Rio, we've never been to Japan.
Oh, that's
and you
the
go-
commercialisation.
And it's also opportunity for the country
Leah?
to showcase its culture.
Do you like this letter to give away the pair of limited edition sunnies courtesy of Alon Trees?
I haven't even thought about that. Yeah, why not?
Why
Yeah,
not?
It's a really good one.
Olympics,
Definitely.
change them, get them back to basics. Daz, what do you like?
No, I'm down with the Olympics.
Yeah, they're all pirates in the IOC. Which letter do you like?
I like the real pirate. Letter 2. You know, the guy
The
that
guy
dresses as a
fancies
pirate.
himself.
I like that. I think that's a
Speaking of
winner.
real pirates, Bruce,
Yeah.
which one do you like?
Number two. Number two.
Oh, 2 for number 2, 2 for number 3. I like number 1. I've hijacked this show. It's the Pirate Edition. Thank you for joining us. Thank all of our wonderful panellists tonight. And I'm being stabbed here on the show. Hello.
Now I get to shoot you because you stabbed me in the eye.
We've got to go. Thanks for watching tonight, our special Pirate Edition.
time they armed us,
Back
I
to normal next week with Jono. Thank all of our wonderful panellists, our terrific crew who dressed up tonight. And we'll see you next week. Good night, everyone. Thanks for turning on. Good night. Oh, man.